Hello, hello. Sorry for the abrupt cut there again. I'm afraid this Let's Play is just full of them. Which I know probably bothers some people. Losing out on little tiny smidgens of cutscene length and cutscene, audible, audio and the occasional camera pan and whatnot. I could limit it a lot better. I could just, trim the other video down to before I entered the ocular, and could have started this video with this entire cutscene, but not gonna. Anywho, so from a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. And she's got her mad cat girl face on.
But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
I don't think he really views it as murder, though. If you paid attention to the lecture, Catgirl, you would note that everyone that lives on a reflection is a soul fragment, essentially. Like, they get a physical body, so they get a real life. And they have real feelings and real love and real all that. But, I mean, as far as he's concerned, they're probably not even alive. Like, really. Like, they're, it would be like a clone that, was deformed. Deformed and disabled, both mentally and physically.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over.
Wouldn't your soul be resilient enough to endure the pain, though, since you are essentially whole?
So, finish your task and slay the Lightwarden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Eulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry's concern for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Lightwarden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Eulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Right. There we may assess the situation in Eulmore and decide how best to proceed.
get more chatty time with him itself. Why, their very beings were divided into 14, of course. Yet by our power, we unsundered Ascians may raise up one of their fragments to their original office. Ah, but I suppose this in itself bears explaining. So the names by which you know us are not, in fact, our names. Be it Elidibus, or La Habrea, or Eulmore, all are titles of office. And when an office is vacated, it may be filled by another. Over the eons, I have overseen several changings of the guard among our sundered brethren. And in such instances, the vacant title ordinarily goes to another fragment of the self-same soul. While it is by no means impossible to raise up wholly unrelated individuals, 'tis we whose fervent entreaties brought forth Lord Zuriark, whose souls he claimed in the beginning, who make the truest servants. So if we were to defeat all the Ascians of the Source, then none would remain to raise up new Ascians, and our kind would eventually fade from existence. You would like that, wouldn't you? Well, feel free to dream. 'Tis no crime to do so. Same stuff, same stuff, same stuff. What is your true name, then? There may come a day when I reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of such disappointments. So that's interesting, eh? They could just raise anyone up to be an Ascian, if they so choose, but only the unsundered can do it. Interesting. So I wonder if that means that there's Ascians who were raised up, who were chosen to be raised, who didn't actually want it. That had it forced on them. With the whole moral relativism angle, they wouldn't be above slavery. Oh, come on, Alphinaud. You haven't been like that since the Realm Reborn. The aura is different, huh? Well, I'm wearing different clothes this time. Remember, I went in with you as a red mage. Oh yeah, by the way, if you wanted to, you could go to Amarang and obtain flying now in all of Amarang, because you have access to all the flying side quests and Aether Currents now. So, Calusia will follow shortly. but then we'll have an entirely new and final zone, which has still not been revealed to us. Where could it be if the final Lightwarden is here? Agitated man? Lord Vothri, we hear. We obey. Delirious youth. Okay, so he's like being mind controlled, but I guess he's resisting it. And it's caused him to fall into like a stupor, I guess. Okay, let's take the... Let's just take the sausage links. A feast of lies, huh? Very well.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vothri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Well... I mean, they were eating...
Curiouser and curiouser.
They were eating meal, remember? And what is meal made out of?
We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way.
What does Lord
But given
Vothri
the
have...
state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
Lord Vothri has control over Sin Eaters, so maybe Miol slowly enacts a change like that over to Sin Eater?
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alfino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alfino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Eulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave. Not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things. And whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, FFXIV starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
It's so unapologetically British.
It is like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in our meringue.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about FFXIV after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
Haven't had time to eat the meal.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Eulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be.
Soylent Green is made of people?
I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Oh. So transformed people.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That FFXIV wieldeth power over sin-eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin-eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These sin-eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city?
Yeah, we see people go in. You don't often see them come out.
Many enter, but none leave.
So it is made out of people.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. FFXIV's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Lightwarden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it.
It's FFXIV, man. Come on.
Our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
But I haven't got an instance battle prompt yet. So do you suppose Ranjit's part Sin Eater, or if he's a true believer? Thancred mistook it for dear old Limsa, huh? Well, I did say it was like Limsa Lominsa dressed up like a hooker, so... Can I talk to Rain? He is the warden. Gotta stop pretending that he's not. Surprised the quests are still level 77. I sworn they would switch over to level 78 by now. But we're kind of hitting the part where the story ramps up and we're really running out of main storyline.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
Yeah, we're running out of main storyline experience, and
It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Long live Lord Vorthri.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
climb to the next level. Why the military members aren't using their weapons. I guess to make them look creepier, and also because these are all just, you know, costumed up zombies, essentially.
Pay me back later.
Let's kill a red mage first.
is not destiny.
It's okay, I don't need you to be nice. And it would appear we actually killed them. I mean, they could be unconscious, but I'm pretty sure we killed them. Guess we're gonna get into a 1v1 with Ranjit here soon. It's gonna be annoyingly long, isn't it?
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day. And you will not. You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict.
Hey, didn't it itself literally just say that to us back in Mysteria?
Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
I mean, we've only fought once before. I mean, sure, I was controlling Thancred, but Clyde doesn't know shit about that, man. No, I don't think so, bro. know if this is like an enrage or not. I would assume that it is. Yeah, it probably is. And we killed an old man. Hooray! We're a hero! So just straight up eating his sin eaters raw? Plate after plate of meals over there.
Lord Vorthri! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Just say that it's Vothri already, game. God damn it. It's been obvious from day one. Like, ever since we met him. Ugh.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
He swallowed the whole fork. And he's got a second face where his nipple should be.
Where did he go? What in the heavens?
Did Vorthree do that?
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Colusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds. Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthree's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
My first time through, when she offered to do that, and also, like, upon awakening as the Oracle after Minfilia and whatnot, the whole soul transmigration fusion thing or whatever, Reen really gives off Elohim von Houten vibes from Xenogears, and she still does. She even wears white. And has red hair, and well, her eyes aren't quite as blue as Ellie's, but they're grayest blue, so. We'll get up there, but that's the level 79 dungeon, so we'll get up there eventually. But, not anytime soon. Yay! Quests are still level 77! We can still get EXP for Dragoon! Yay! Derelicts and work my way up, huh? Tell Reen all about it, huh? Okay, well. We're also gonna see a bunch of players, because this is the endgame hangout, so. Sorry if that spoils your immersion, viewer. I don't think it does. I mean, you realize this was an MMO from the start, right? So, as much as Shadowbringers tries to isolate us from the fact that this is an MMORPG, it is still an MMORPG, so. But there are so many people that play it that, like, want to pretend that it's not. It's mind-boggling. Like, I can understand why. But still, even so, like... Dream powder, huh? The understory, huh? So go to the Glory Gate would be a quick way to get there? I don't really know. I don't know the Aetherites in Eulmore, baby. What's that one called? The mainstay? Okay, I should have used the mainstay. Womp womp. Oh hey, look, it's these people from earlier. But yeah, am I crazy, or did any of you who are watching ever play Xenogears? And if so, does Rain really not strike you as basically Ellie? Like, to me, she seems like she's basically Ellie. So. And I guess maybe if you haven't played all the way through Xenogears, you might not understand what I'm talking about. But in Disc 2, Ellie becomes aware of her past life as Sophia, and it turns out that like her blood can soothe people who've been turned into wells and basically turned into monsters. So this is kind of like that, sort of.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this.
But of course, buddy boy.
Citizens of Eulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
How are these rich snobs that have been living in decadence for like 20 years gonna take this news?
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthry's puppets all this time?
Yep.
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthry's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims. For history. For your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthry.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Resolute citizen.
You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthry has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. But after the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthry took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Seems legit.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Do we? Do we? Alright. Well, I'm going to stop this here for now. So, thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a good day. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe maybe. And, I don't know. I'll sweat the small stuff.